one's about my cat named Mox. I had a cat, his name was Mox. He lived with my wife and me. He always used his litter box. Our house was odor-free. But then one day we noticed that the litter box was clean. It'd been 5 days, not a poop, just what goodness me. We got down on our hands and knees and crawled around and sniffed under couches, chairs, and tables looking for a kitty gift. I was down there on my belly in a very awkward place when Max the cat in question came walking by my face. His tail was pointed to the sky, his back door facing me, and what was level with my eye is problem plain to see. I yelled out, ouch, poor kitty cat, that looks like that must hurt. I called my wife, Sue, we have a medical alert. Something bad is going down with our kitty cat's rear end. So we threw him in the car and we drove to the vet, and soon we were checking him in. Oh. That's the theme to the cat and Peter and the Wolf. The doctor took my cat from me and went back to his room. He came out, he spoke the words that filled my heart with gloom. He said, you have a very serious problem with your cat. Step back to my office. We'll have ourselves a chat. His office, it was dimly lit. There was violin music playing. The doctor had his head bowed low and looked like he was praying. He said, sometimes a doctor has to do the hardest things, but I took a vow to care for pets, whatever that would be. I said, tell me, Doc, what's going on? Just give it to me straight. What's happening to my little Max? What is my kitty's fate? He spoke about philosophy and the good Lord's master plan, and he got up close to my face, and he said to me, young man, your cat's going to be an animal. Well, I looked at that and I said, I looked at my cat and I looked at that and I said, can you guys relate to that? He goes, oh, I do it all the time. It's a common problem. I want to be alive, leave overnight, we'll have them feeling fine, and we clean your litter box overtime. Well, the next day we came back from accident. It looked like he felt good. I stuck a peek in his rear end and it looked about like it should. I said, Doc, you are a genius. You're a gentleman. You're a scholar. He said, thank you for the compliments. That'll be $200. I said, oh, that's a lot of money. Well, I guess I'll have to pay. So I put it all on my MasterCard and I took my cat away. The whole next week was filled with kitty play and kitty hugs. But 10 days in, we saw again that Max the cat was plugged. Well, back to the vet with Max. I thought I might negotiate. Since I was a repeat customer, I might get a discount rate. But the doctor said, no way, Jose, your kitty cat's a demon. He nearly took my hand off. My assistant ran home screaming. So he did the deed, not paid the bill, and I went home feeling burned. And wouldn't you know, in a week, the situation had returned. Well, I said, that's it. I'm taking matters into my own hands. See, I've been giving it a lot of thought, and I had myself a plan. My downstairs bathroom has a tub. It's equipped with a handheld shower. You can set that thing to a skinny stream, and it puts out a lot of power. Might be the tool to deal with problem one. Oh, I picked up Max and come with me. It's time for some mono a mono. In the tub, I lifted Max's tail so his hind legs would suspend. He held pretty still with his fingers. His feet were doing a couple of 100 RPMs. I had him all surrounded with medical stuff, toilet paper towels, and cotton. His feet were pumping, but they weren't hitting nothing, and I aimed that sprayer at his George Bush button. Well, we saw progress. The situation began to alter. What once seemed like Mount Everest was now more like the Rocky Gibraltar. I was so pumped up I'd never have to pay another $200 bill. I could hear the voice of Sarah Palin saying, drill, baby, drill. I was not all get whoops and cries, but all that came to an end when something splashed up in my eyes. I dropped his tail and his feet hit the tub and his claws began to scratch. If they'd have been made a Goodyear tire, they'd have left a drag strip patch. He took it off and he hit the faucet, fell right down and stayed in his place. By now I was at the sink house splashing water on my face. I looked back at my cat and I felt enraged when I should have felt sympathy. But no wonder just a chunk of kitty chow was going to get the best of me. I started tearing through all the drawers and cabinets, searching like a crazy fool. I was trying to find some implement I could use a medical tool. I found this squeezy rubber thing. It was shaped kind of like a tear. You could fill it with water and squirt it back out. I used it to clean my ears. It had a pretty tip, all soft rubber, and nothing that could hurt his tush. A tiny dab of baby oil, a gentle little push. Max is showing over. There's more in store for you. If you thought it was a ton of fun, well, you're going to love Act 2. The search and it went smoothly. At least I thought so. Got a half a cup of lukewarm water, about where I thought it should go. I was starting to feel this long ordeal might soon come to an end. But just to be certain, I reloaded that squirting tool and I did it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Now Max is looking back at me, and I think he'd had enough. A tiny voice in my head said, Tom, maybe you better let up. So I took the back pressure off his rear, and I loosened my steely grip. He left his bathtub launching the pad like a kitty cat rocket ship. He orbited around the bathroom half a dozen times or more. His afterburner baptized just about the entire floor. I had some cleaning up to do. I was looking for a mop and a broom. But then he stepped in his litter box, and a hush fell over the room. Eureka, Max, you did it! You have finally delivered the goods. Oh, yours truly, I'd always knew that you would. I felt like a rocket scientist, everything went the way I planned it. I yelled, Houston, we had liftoff, and now the eagle, it has landed. Oops. I stood and stared at this wondrous thing I'd brought into this world. I was studying its shape. Was it a boy? Was it a girl? I wanted to pick it up and hug it. Coochie, coochie, coo. But I thought the better of it, and I went out to see my Sue. She was waiting outside the bathroom door, so excited when I found her. I said, I'm not sure of the gender, honey, but we got us a quarter pounder. She said, oh, you are my hero. You're amazing. You're a star. I was basking in all the compliments when she pulled out a Cuban cigar. Well, I lit that puppy up with the pride of a newborn baby's dad. I grabbed my phone to call my friend, but she said that might be bad. So instead, I wrote this song for you so all the world could hear. I overcame adversity and started my career. Yay, if you've got a little kitty cat who's trouble with his bum, you call on me, I won't be cheap, but I know I can get her done. Cause I know how to give my cat an enema.